We are back with another night fishing tournament. In the last tournament, I had some awesome topwater bites and I put together a nice limit of fish, but there was a problem. I ran out of gas. No! But tonight I have a full tank of gas and we are searching for the 3 biggest bass over 14 inches to hopefully seal the deal and get the win. I got gas. Y'all catch them up. Second one of the year. Just had a big old rainstorm blow through. Might get a little bit more, but these fish ought to be chewing on top water. We about to go see what's happening. I'm excited. This is some big fish conditions right now, so we might just catch us a daggum biggin. I'm talking about 4 or 5 pounds biggin. Let's go, baby. All right, we have made it to the first spot, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I really don't have very much stuff rigged up right now. I got a couple things rigged up, but not very many. So we're just kind of gonna roll with it as we go today. I'm just rigged up with a couple topwater baits. First one I'm gonna try is this Strike King Evader. And I do apologize if there's any water droplets because it is sprinkling right now, which sucks, but it is sprinkling. I figured why not try to get some on a topwater, you know? I do have a Sexy Dog tied on also, which I might have to throw just to get them to come up, but I'm gonna try this couple casts. Been catching some good fish on this lately. It's a pretty cool bait. A lot of people probably haven't seen it. Basically, it's supposed to imitate like a herring, and I don't think there's herring in this lake, but there is spotted bass in this lake. And these spotted bass will get very fired up on topwater. So we do also have the Sexy Dog tied on, don't worry. And the sun's trying to come out. If it does, I'm gonna have to put on a chrome, but for now we're just gonna sling this. I was just looking at my live scope when I was working that bait, and that fish chased it but wouldn't eat it, and I think it's because the sun's starting to come out a little bit. So I'm going to put on a chrome. That's one of the best things you can do if you want to throw topwater and the sun is out, is throw something like that chrome. This is the Strike King Hard Knock, which I really like, but the chrome is real shiny, and for some reason in the sunlight they just eat this so much better. So we're gonna try this. I could probably go out deep right now and get on a school and catch some small ones, but I'm really trying to catch me a big one right off the bat. Really love to catch like a 3-4 pounder real quick, just to get things going, you know. I got like dirt in my reel right now from where I was driving down the road with it. They're coming up to check it out, but they are not committing. So this might not be the deal right now. It's raining, but the sun's out. It's like the weather can't decide what it wants to do. Look at that rainbow. Oh, that's awesome. You can see both sides of it. The whole thing. That's sweet, dude. I didn't even notice that. Let's make a little move. Let's go see if we can't get on a little school or something real quick, just to get 3 in the boat. The fish are acting really weird right now. I might have to go up on the bank. I was wanting to go on the bank later in the day, because that's when I've been having the most luck, is with the top water at the end of the day. But we're gonna go out deep, try to find us a little schoolio, and maybe get 3 fish real quick. Alrighty. Yeah, we got a couple little fish out here, little school. They're not out here in big numbers yet, but they will be before long. We just gotta wait for that water to warm up a little bit. Water is 83 degrees, so. And there's a couple more fish out here than I thought. I can see them on my fish finder. We'll just see if they want to bite. That's the whole thing. You can be around fish, but you gotta be around biting fish. I'm on a hump right now, which a lot of these fish will get on these humps once it gets really hot. I've done some damage on these humps over the years. Well, deep bite ain't happening right now. So you know what we're about to do? Where'd that thing go? There it is. We're about to tie this bad boy on, and we are gonna go to the bank. We're gonna go to the bank. I'm gonna go ahead and get this net out, even though it just broke. Missing a couple screws or something. Get it out, because I'm gonna need it. If they're hooked good, I'll just boat flip them. But if it's about like a 5-pounder, she's gonna have to go in the net. So this is my thinking. I'm gonna work all of this pocket right here. There's actually a couple pockets. And we're gonna see if there's any largemouth that are pushed up that might want to eat. And also, I want to look and see if there's any brim beds. But we just gonna roll through here, throw the buzz bait. Might pick up another topwater, but for now I'm gonna throw this. We're just gonna see what happens. This bank over here to the right looks the best to me. Just this whole stretch just looks so good. Ought to be a bass on that, man. Gosh, there ought to be a bass on that. Looks so good. Oh, come on. Let's sling one all the way back there in the back. Nothing so far. We're going to fish the back of this other pocket. If we don't get bit by then, making another move. I know I could throw other baits besides this buzzbait, but I'm really looking for a big one. 3 fish limit tournament, you can't be going for the small ones. You got to go for the big ones. And the buzzbait, big fish bait, man, I'm telling you. If you guys are wondering what rod and reel I'm throwing, this is a BB1 Pro reel from Lew's, and is a signature series rod. This is actually a frog rod. A lot of people like to throw their buzzbait on a little bit of a lighter rod, so like a medium or a medium heavy. But I throw mine on a heavy, and I use braid just because I throw this thing in some really nasty stuff sometimes. And I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to get my bait back and also get the fish out if I hook a fish up in some nasty stuff. Somewhere like here, you're not going to be throwing in like too much crazy stuff, but a lot of places I go, throw it in some thick stuff. You need some thick line and a big old rod to get them fish out. So you just got to be careful not to set the hook into them too hard, because you can pull it out of their mouth. But as long as you're conscious about it, you're fine. It's 6:53 now. I'm going to give this until 7 o'clock. And then we're going to make us another move. All right, I'm going to put this down for a minute. I'm going to pick up this little tiny walking bait. Usually, when I think there's brim beds, I like to pick up something like a little popper or something like that. something kind of small and subtle, like a bluegill, and they'll come up and eat it most of the time. I don't know for a fact there's bluegill beds back here, but I thought that I smelled some. When the bluegill get to spawning, you can smell it. It's just like a very distinct fishy smell. And they always do it in the back of pockets, or at least most of the time. It's always a good place to check. Where are the bass? All right, let's roll. Or let's not. Come here, buzzbait. Quit doing that to me. Come here. Come here. Let's roll. All right, just pulled up on one of my deep holes. This is a brush pile. I have won a couple tournaments off this spot right here, so hopefully that's gonna happen again today, but we never know till we cast. Oh my gosh, we caught a fish, or at least hooked one. Oh, it's a baby. It is the first one though. Maybe we figured a little bit of something out. Goodness gracious. Not 14 inches. At least we didn't skunk. We caught a fish. Now we just have to catch a fish that we can bring back to weigh in. All right, we're on a shallow hump now. Usually I catch a bunch of fish right here on the top water, but we're gonna see if we can catch some on top water and on bottom baits. I don't know, usually there's a lot of bait fish here, which means usually there's a lot of bass. So that's kind of what I'm going for. That's a keeper. Gotta be. He feels pretty nice. Feels like he ought to be 14 inches. But these spotted bass, sometimes you just can't ever tell. And that was on the drop shot. Is he a keeper? I don't know, but he is fighting. He's gonna be close. I doubt he's gonna make it though, but he's gonna be close. Oh my goodness, he barely makes it, but he is 14 inches. Fill our live wells up. And I don't think I have my scale with me, so we're not gonna weigh them and put them in the live well today. We're just gonna put them in the live well and call them old school. And I do have ice in the live well, by the way. We need them bigger than that, but I will say, seems like the fishing is very tough right now. I'm sure somebody is smoking some largemouth up shallow right now. Not me, but I'm sure somebody is. I'm about to make a move here in a minute. No! No! Dang it, man. Took my worm. Dang it, those were some nice ones. Those were some nice ones. Got him. Yes, I got one of them. There was 3 of them swimming together. They all looked pretty nice. And they ate my worm off, and then I got one of them to eat. I think it's a dang big one. Gosh. Well, he's not huge, but he's decent. Gosh, he was fighting though. Oh, probably should not have boat flipped him, but hey, whatever. He's fat. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. We just need to go ahead and catch one more right here so we can go ahead and have our limit, and then we're gonna go head hunting. That's a decent fish though. He's not bad. It's number 2. If you guys are wondering the little clips that I'm putting on the fish, I mean, I don't even know if y'all can see it, but I'm putting little clips on them. It's called a fin clip. And if you're catching fish deep, that is another way of making sure that the fish's air bladder can properly deflate. You can either do that or you can do something called fizzing, which you stick a needle in them. But I like using the fin clips a little bit better. I feel like it doesn't harm the fish as bad, and I just like it better. Come on, fish. Give me one more real quick. We're halfway through. It's 7:30. We've got 2. I'd like to get me one more real quick. But let me tell you something. They're being stubborn. Real stubborn. Got one. I hope that camera back there is rolling. Chest cam died, but there's number 3, baby. My chest camera died as soon as it did. Of course, I caught number 3. Hopefully y'all got it on the old dash cam. But yeah, we've got 3 fish. I'm gonna try for 5 more minutes to see if I can't catch another big one, because the one I just caught was actually another good one. So maybe I can go ahead and just cull out that really small one with another nice one, just in case I don't catch any more. And then after that, we're moving. There we go. This felt like a good one when I set the hook. And then he didn't really fight, and now he's fighting again. So maybe this will cull out that first fish that I caught. Maybe not. These spotted bass, man, they just fight so hard, you can't even tell how big they are. Unless it's like a giant. Good gracious. You done jacked up my drop shot, didn't you? Oh goodness, there's a bunch of them right here. Let's see if we can get them to come up on top water. They're starting to pull up on this now that the sun's starting to get lower. We're gonna see if we can't get them to come up, start schooling on this top water. Chase it, but they won't eat it. Let's move. Let's go see if we can't find us a dang big one somewhere. We need us a dang big one. I got 1 small one, 2 decent ones, no giants, but hopefully that's about to change. Well, a guy just went and got on the spot that I was trying to get on. I guess I should have left a couple minutes earlier, but it is what it is. I wanted to go get on an island, and I just came and got on this other island instead. Maybe there'll be some fish up here. What I'm really targeting is just shallow areas that are near deep water. So right here, we have a big, I don't even know what you would even call it, I guess like a saddle that's really shallow. And those fish can push shad up on top of that saddle, and then they can move right back out into that deeper water if they want to. So it's a really good ambush spot for them. And that spot where I caught my 2 better fish, that was a very similar type spot. So How am I throwing a topwater and then one just comes up right here next to the boat? Got him. Got him. I think it's a nice one. Oh yeah, largemouth. Let's go. That'll cull out that small one. It's not a giant, but he'll cull out that other one, I think. These right here are a rarity on this lake. Let me tell you. We're gonna get out the good old coal beam so I can make sure. But he should be bigger than this other one. Yeah, we don't need a coal beam for that. We can just tell that that one right there is much, much bigger. There we go. It's not a bad little coal right there. Whew. Now hopefully I can just catch one that's about 4 pounds. That's a largemouth. That would be nice. You know it. Really wish I could go down there where that guy just got on that other island. I think that spot's probably fire right now. There he goes, he's leaving. We're about to go down there here in a minute. We caught one on the number 2 spot. Let's go catch one on the number 1 spot. Sometimes they can be hard to catch, but the fact that I just caught one on that popper is a very, very good sign. I mean, I found a school down here a couple weeks ago and it had some big ones. We could go just catch 20 fish. I don't love fishing behind somebody like this, but at the same time, I found a really nice school on this a couple weeks ago. Had like a 4-pounder come off, and you just never know. Like, them guys might have been throwing something totally different than what I'm gonna throw. You know what I mean? Like, it's always worth a shot, just trying it out, you know? And I am gonna go pretty heavy with the top waters when I get up here, but I might throw the drop shot out deep for a second, because sometimes these fish will sit out a little bit deeper, but also sometimes they're just up shallow. Never really know. The reason I'm throwing this popping bait instead of that walking bait is because it is pretty slick calm out here, and sometimes it's hard to get them to commit to a moving bait like that when the water is just so calm. But something like a popper, they'll actually eat because it's a lot more subtle, and for some reason they just like it. So there's not a ton of fish here, but there's a couple. Definitely not as many as there was. Make a couple more casts with this, and then we're probably gonna move. Not seeing too much action right here, and I kind of want to go hit 2 spots we've already hit now that the sun's getting lower. I think they'll eat a topwater way better. I guess it was kind of a blessing in disguise that that guy went and got on this spot first, because I would have never stopped on that other spot and made that call if he wouldn't have been here. And this spot is not good right now, so we're moving. All right, let's see if we can't make some magic happen like we did in the last night tournament. Last night tournament, I pulled up right here, caught like a 2.5 pound largemouth. Ooh, that was nice. I could really use that right now. Can tell you that. I don't have a bad bag, but it ain't good. Probably about 5.5 pounds or so. I'm still gonna try the popper. We just don't have any wind. Literally, like no wind at all. If I had wind, I'd be throwing that walking bait. That's what I'd love to be throwing, but I just don't think they're gonna eat it as good. Whew. Man, these fish are being really stubborn tonight. I can't get them to eat a topwater good, and I can't get them to eat a bottom bait good. So it's kind of like, what the heck do you do? I'm going to take off the chrome walking bait. I'm going to put back on this other color. This is what I usually throw as it's getting dark. They seem to eat it a little bit better. We're going to make a couple more casts right here. There's a lot of fish in the area. It's just catching them. And then after that, I'm going to move to one more spot, and then we're going to have to go back to the ramp. And this time, for those of you that watched the other video, I do, in fact, have gas in my boat. All right, we're gonna go hit one last spot. Then we're rolling. Then we are rolling. Man, it has been a tough tournament. Goodness. The last time I caught him pretty good. This time, nope. We don't have long. It is 8:45. It's about an 8-minute run back to the ramp. So you do the math. We ain't got long at all. But I'm hoping that maybe I can pull up right here, catch me a quick 3-4 pounder, and then we can ride back to weigh in all nice and happy. Except now, my bait is through my braid. Okay. All right, that's the last cast. Or else we ain't gonna make it back. We'll see, man. But we about to fly like the wind. Well, we made it back with about 30 seconds to spare, but we're doing better than last time, because last time I did not make it back at all. So, hey, what's my weight? Number one. All right.
What do you do?
You got 3.
Yep. Babies though.
That's all we did. You have fun? Good deal, man. That's what it's about.
$5.02. Oh yeah.
Look at there.
Giant.
No kid.
It sucked for me today. What y'all got? Y'all got you a big one?
I think we got a big stuff.
Got a big old largemouth.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 pounds.
Okay. Woo, baby, that was a tough one. 502 for 3 fish, 708 so only 2 pounds off, but that's a pretty big margin at this lake. This lake does not have a ton of big fish. But what matters is I had fun, I caught some fish, and I made it back to weigh-in because I decided to put gas in my boat. See y'all at the next one.